Let's talk about text overlay. There's a new button in version 1.1.1. You'll notice these little alpha characters. The text overlay control allows you to effectively do subtitling. So text goes here. By default, I have it offset 40 units from the bottom of the screen. It's centered. It's also left text aligned, so if you do multiple lines, it will be aligned to the left. It defaults to white as a text color. There's a 50% drop shadow on it as well, and there's the capability of doing a background color, which is currently set to being fully transparent, but if you adjust that to whatever you wish, as you can see, it allows you to do whatever color you want. I'm going to just increase the drop shadow to make it a little more dramatic, and actually let's change the color so it stands out. Do yellow, and let's change the font color to something pretty obnoxious so everything stands out. So you can add in your text. You can align it however you want, if you want centered or if you want it, right aligned. You can set it to relative positions on screen. Now I have, like I said, I have it defaulted to 40 because just as a basis, doing a kind of lower third subtitle kind of chyron, but you may want to set this down to say 0 offset, and you can put it centered so that it's truly centered through your clip. If you want to adjust the size, this little slider here, and then the font itself you can change. And so let's just do a fixed width. There we go. So let's do different ones. Let's play around and see what we got going on here. Just get some fun ooh, there we go. And then you can see you can also adjust the text size through here as well, and it updates in real time. So you can play around. Now I'm not, I did notice recently that I'm not actually connecting into the colors. If you adjust the colors here, it's not updating these. It does do the font and the font name itself and the size. So that's something I'll need to look into. And perfect time to mention that with this app being in beta, you're going to find some bugs, you're going to find some details that you may wish I could fix and adjust. And so you download this app for free through Apple's test flight system for beta testing, and through that you can send me feedback. And sending me feedback, if you find something like this where you're like, hey, this would be really cool to support, you're not currently doing it, something that I totally overlooked. And it's that kind of feedback that I absolutely love to make this app better for everyone. So this is now the new kind of text overlay system. It's very similar to doing a watermark. However, it's basically the text version. With this watermark, it goes underneath the text. And so if you did have something like a little logo or something you were doing, but you were doing some kind of subtitling or quirky responses to things, the text will be layered on top of it. And speaking of quirky responses, so like this, I've just clipped the entire video, but if we go back to a specific segment, like here's where some really not so appetizing looking dog meat comes out here, and so we're gonna just kind of clip that segment alone and say, okay, so we want that. I'm going to punch it out, which splits your original clip and punches out the clip between them. So now I've got just the meaty goodness that I can add in here. And let's say on here, this is where the text was. Let's not have text there, and this let's not have text there, because as you see, it splits it, and it preserves the settings that you have of that clip for here. So let's say this bit is the only one I want, and we do like yummy. So it can have kind of a quirky little response to it, and I'm just going to do yeah, actually let's do semi-transparent. That's a little too transparent, maybe. Yeah, something a little not fully opaque, but a little transparent. So we have the now yummy snarky response. So you can do that kind of stuff. You can have whatever you want. I mean, it's basically up to you how you use it. This, now you may be thinking to yourself, is a step away from subtitling, truly subtitling. And boy, wouldn't it be great if you could automatically clip a video based upon loading a subtitle file. Well, I've been working on that. That's going to be a feature coming in a future version beyond 1.1.1. But I'm really excited with this because it does create a foundation for supporting full subtitling and subtitle edits in Video Barbershop in the future. And so being able to edit clips and edit the times of your subtitles automatically all together, and then merging it back out into a video with exporting the updated subtitle file. It's going to be really fun. I'm really excited by it. I've already been working on it. So look for that future enhancement. Once you see this icon up here, then you'll know that I've added that capability, and it should be a lot of fun to play with. But anyway, that's text overlay. Currently, you do have to enable it per clip, and I'm getting kind of tired of doing that. I'm a little too lazy to want to do that. When it's not active, you can't click on anything. All of this is deactivated. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of this control in a future update, and just if there's any text here, it'll automatically enable it. And if you remove the text, it'll automatically disable it. So that's going to be a little cleaning up that I do. It's a great idea to begin with, but once I start using it, it starts getting a little annoying. So feedback like that, I would absolutely love. If you're using this and you use for very specific reasons, send me that feedback. Now, I should point out, just like all of the other controls, if you have something that you like here, like let's say I want this style, let's say I want it yellow, and I like how I've got my subtitling going. But let's say I've got multiple clips here where I am, I have these, they have a different style, but I want everything to be consistent. You can click this button down here, and it now updated, not the text stays the same, but it updates the entire styling of the font itself. All that has been duplicated across all your clips, so you can adjust it in one place and get it how you like it and just clone it to everything else, leaving the text alone. And then there's also this revert button, which reverts back to my original defaults. And again, that's just on the clip you're working on, so if you want everything reverted, you can go ahead and click that, and now everything is back to its original style. And as always, if you hold down the Option key, this button then changes to cloning these settings to every clip in every file of every video that you create. All the clips, it'll clone this style across all of them if you're doing a bulk editing of multiple videos. So you can style it in one place, hold that button down, click it, and you've just duplicated that across all your videos and clips. So that is text overlay. And thank you very much for downloading the beta, and especially if you sent me feedback. I really appreciate it.